Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be testing, does the water field help mermails perform better? Will you get better draws? Will the fish distract your opponents? So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple games without the water field. We're going to do a couple games with the water field, and we're going to see which is better. Alright, this is not a great hand. We just got to make a Basilean pass. Opponent playing Ignistar. We're going to activate our Basileia, try and confuse our opponent. Opponent confused, using an Ash Blossom on the effect of the Basileia. That's okay if Basilicia's effect to search for a Mermail is negated, but we get the effect in the graveyard of the Dragoons. Now we could have Ash Blossomed this Chi-Chi, but usually the best thing to Ash is you really want to stop them from getting that field spell. So Dark Infant is going to search for the field spell. We're just going to Ash that. Hopefully this stops our opponent. Opponent activating a Signet Mining. Searching for a Doyon. Gonna special summon the Doshin. Make a Cyberse Wicked. And opponent's gonna pass the turn. Now this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. And it has a lot of other words, but we're gonna ignore those words. And we're gonna summon our Deep Sea Diva that we searched for. Let's get the Prince. Activate Prince. Send to the graveyard, add to hand. We're going to get searching for the Megalo. Obviously, we can summon him, but we can't pop this. It can't be destroyed, but that's okay. If I was paying attention, I would have summoned the Megalo in one of these spots, but you know what? Maybe that's a point for the water field. I'm misplaying. I don't have fish to support me. Well, let's special summon the Dragoons with the effect of the Prince. Tribute to get a search. Get the Mulan Glacia. I don't think we're going to be able to summon him though. We got too many waters in graveyard. So let's just get them all out of there with the Pot of Abras. Draw 2 cards. Summon the Hulk of Fibrax. Get our tuner from the deck. Make the Auroradon. Get our tokens. And we're going to see if we can push lethal here, but opponent doesn't want to see it. No Hulk of Fibrax or Auroradon. Alright, well, maybe that's a point for the water field because we misplayed. But maybe we'll give another point to this field because we won. Alright, so it's tied. Let's go on to the next game. As usual, I'll have the full deck list at the end of the video. If you like this sort of content, give the channel a subscribe, give the video a like. We'll have more Mermail content in the future. Konami finally revealed the next festival. And our opponent's playing Blackwings. The next festival, we gotta negate this. We're gonna Ash Blossom the Raid Raptor Strix. Don't want him searching for winged beast monsters. Summon him to the deck, to the field. That's no good. The next festival is the Synchro XD Festival, and it's next Tuesday, which is very soon. So I'll be obviously making the best deck for the festival. I got a great deck in mind. We gotta wait for the ban list to come out before I can show you, but I'm pretty excited. Alright, opponent, trying to search for more cards. I don't think so, opponent. We're gonna Imperm. Very quality hand, by the way. Opponent going to activate the second effect of the Wild Strix, setting a Phantom Knight rank up magic. That is alright. I think we can deal with this. Let's start with a Small World. Idea here is to search for a Kaiju, but opponent got an Ash Blossom. Gonna stop us from activating that Small World. Alright, that's fine. Small World's Banish would have helped us. We get the Nemesis Quarter out in case our Diva got negated, but looks like opponent doesn't have much else to stop us, and we're going to Wombo Combo. You've seen this before. We're going to get the Deep Sea Minstrel. Take a look at opponent's last card in their hand. It is a Blackwing Auster the South Wind. It's very pretty, but I don't know what it does, and I'm not going to read it because it's in the Banish Zone. Let's activate Search for the Moon Glacia. Special summon the Hulk Fibrax. Get our Jet Synchron. Make our opponent discard cards, but they don't have any cards to discard. Get the Auroradon. And we got a choice here, as is tradition. We could, well, we're going to special summon here, obviously. But we could make a couple different monsters. We could make up a Rondafleur. Brawn to give us a pop and a negate. But I'm here to have fun. Let's make a Chaying. We're just going to make Chaying for fun. Let's special summon the Nemesis Corridor. Make the Thunder Dragon Colossus. And then hit our opponent. Maybe it would have been lethal if we had made a Baron and popped the 4 Strix. But I don't want to do math today. Let's get attacking. Our opponent is all the way down to 900 life points. They get their card back. Probably would have been lethal if we made Baron. So there you go, -1 point for the water field. I'm making misplays. Opponent making a Borreload. Opponent, if they use their Borreload here and pop my Chaying, it's going to be hard to get rid of that Borreload. But he's going to stop us from getting our battle phase. Alright. Opponent thinks that without a battle phase we can't stop him. Well, opponent is wrong. We're going to bait the negate of the Borreload. Tribute the Mecha Beast. Try and pop it. Opponent going to negate though. But now you got no negates. No negates left. And we know this card, Rank Up Magic, is useless. We godly top deck Deep Sea Diva. Maybe that was the field. Maybe Konami knows that we're playing this field, so they're giving us better hands. Let's send the heavy with the Prince, pop that Borreload, make a Bislesia, but we're skipping our battle phase. We gotta pass back to our opponent. Alright, opponent, what you got? Is there a way you can get out of this? No. Opponent is gonna commit not quite honorable seppuku. Going all the way down to 100 life points. Opponent not quite brave enough to commit complete seppuku. That is okay. We'll help you, opponent. We're gonna help you. Let's get attacking. No need to waste any time here. Draw an Ash Blossom. Get lethalizing. Alright. Well, I think so far the score's tied. We're gonna have to do another game. Let's go. Alright, we're back to the non-water fish field. I mean, we do have one fish, but the fish count is way lower. Let's see. This hand is very clunky and not good at all. I'm seeing a pattern. I'm seeing a very clear pattern, and our opponent is playing Raid Raptors again. What is this? Is Raid Raptors a popular deck? We're gonna negate. Get out of here. No search for you. Opponent gonna end their turn with the Y-Strix. Alright. Bit of a clunky hand on their part. We're gonna draw a Call by the Grave. That is not great. We're gonna get power play. Normal summon Dragoons. Attack over the Y-Strix. Set. Got some bait here. This is very clunky. What is our opponent doing? Opponent is passing with no actions. What is this? What is happening? We draw an Undyne. That is pretty good. Let's activate the Undyne effect. Gonna bait the Ash. Opponent doesn't know what Undyne does. Even though he's playing Raid Raptors, that's fine. Opponent negating the search from the Undyne to get our Gen X controller. Ignoring the Dragoons in graveyard. Good job, opponent. There wasn't even a fish to distract you. You have no excuse. Let's special summon the Hulk Vibrax. And you know what happens next. We Hulky combo. Get our Jet Synchron. Get our Auroradon. Get our tokens. And opponent knows what's happening and they are done. Opponent must have had a very clunky hand. Alright, well. No misplays this time. Our starting hand was not very good though. Maybe we'll give half a point. But we did win. Maybe we'll give a whole point. We'll see. It was maybe close. Maybe a tiebreaker. We'll give a point to the normal field. Now let's try the water field. Let's go. Alright, we're back in the very distracting water field. We got fish everywhere. We got a semi-decent hand. Our opponent let us go first. So let's get going first. Activate the Swap Frog. Try and bait any negates. Opponent has no response. Alright, it's Hulk Vibrax time. Summon the Jet Synchron. Now, cool point to note, Gen X controller can be used to make the Mecha Beast since he is a machine tuner. Let's make that a Auroradon. Summon the Jet Synchron. Get our Mecha Beast. Get our Cupid Pitch. Raise the level. Special summon the Denglong. Gonna get an extra token. Special summon the Borreload. We're making everything in defense mode because we're afraid of Lightning Storm. I've learned to be afraid. Let's get the Nemesis Corridor. Unbanish our Jet Synchron. Make the Colossus in defense mode. Set our 9 pillars and pass to the opponent. And let's see if the opponent, because the opponent's not conceding, let's see if the opponent can play through this. Opponent going to activate Foolish Burial. Now, there is no reason to use our negate here. Let's see what they send. If they send something that activates that we want to negate, we can negate. Let's see what happens. Opponent sending a Despian Tragedy, probably expecting it to activate, but opponent, you can't add cards to your hand when we got a Thunder Dragon Colossus, so that's not going to do anything. Opponent normal summoning a Tragedy, setting 3 back row, and passing back to us. Not a particularly great turn. We draw Ash Blossom, but opponent's not going to be adding anything to the hand. And opponent Gonna concede before we attack their tragedy. Well, seems quite tragic. But that is a very good showing for the water field, the fish field. Probably our best, most strongest game yet. Alright, well, I think this is going to be the tiebreaker. We're going to have to do another game. Let's go. We're back to the normal field. Let's see if this final hand will show the power. Let's special summon the Abyss Teus. Heavy going to activate, but there's nothing to pop. Teus going to activate to search. Opponent not doing anything. Let's get the Abyss Pike. Let's take a peek at our opponent's hand, see if they have disruption. Opponent is playing Chaos. Chaos with Black Dragon, White Dragon, Color Serpent. Alright. They have nothing to stop us. Nothing to stop us. We're going to banish the Chaos Face, and we're going to go Hulk combo. Get Hulkalizing. Now, if you watched my previous video, you know that this is the power of the Bracelet. The Mermail Bracelet allows us to do this. Mermail Bracelet is what gives one the power to control the Mermails. Everyone, you guys all should, I don't need to explain this, you all know about the Bracelet. Let's make the Cupid pitch, raise the level, special summon the Danglong, get our trap, get our token, special summon the Borload. Borload gonna get 3 counters. We're gonna get a search. An opponent knows what's happening and they are done. Alright, well, we just got opponent there. That was it. But you know what? We didn't have any extra cards in hand. You know what? Half a point. Let's see if the Waterfield can earn a full point. Let's go. Alright. Here we go. We got a hand. Let's just take a peek at our opponent. Before we can do anything else, I'm going to give a point here. Opponent playing Heroes. Well, if we can beat Heroes, we can beat anything. Everyone knows Heroes has anime powers. Let's banish that polymerization. Opponent had no way to interact with us. We get the Deep Sea Diva. Deep Sea Diva gonna summon. Summon the Prince. Send Dragoons, add Dragoons. Except we don't need to add Dragoons. We can add a Heavy. Because we already got our 2 water monsters in graveyard. We can go into Mulan Glacier directly. Make the Hulk Vibrax. Special summon the Mulan Glacier. Make our opponent discard 2 cards. Get out of here. Opponent discarding the Stratos and the Vision Hero Vine. Get back on the ban list. Stratos, and opponent cannot handle it. Does not want to play while we have made them discard 2 cards. Alright, well, I think that level of salt will give 0.1 additional points to the water field. Waterfield best field? Let me know down in the comments. Let's show you the deck list. Alright, here is the full Mermail deck list that I'm using right now. If you got any suggestions for this list, let me know down in the comments. Maybe there are better Hulk Vibrax combos to go into. Maybe there are combos that don't involve Hulk Vibrax at all. We're playing 1 copy of Small World. You know what? Small World, I'm a big fan. Tried other cards in that slot, and Small World's the one I like the best. Maybe even should bump it up to 2. But gotta cut something, and that's a bit difficult. Alright, hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.